And as I'm imagining this is really like, what does it look like to father a son? Well,
Hmm.
what does it look like to raise a man up from the boy, right? Because I think that's a lot of what we're talking about. There's something that hasn't happened in most of us from boyhood to manhood. And I think about this past year with raising my son, who had a brain tumor last year
Yeah.
and went through two brain surgeries, radiation, chemo, like very, very uncomfortable things for the both of us, but particularly for him. And my role in it was getting him through it, right? The only way through this situation is through. And
Right.
my role in it wasn't tell him to shut his stupid pie hole, to stop whining, to sack up and be a man, right?
Right.
Stop being a little bitch. Like you should be able to handle this. Go harder, right? Which I think is what
Right.
we hear when we think face discomfort is the sort of screaming army general
Hmm.
like you're nothing, right? And the only way to prove that you're something is to get through this hard thing, right? That wasn't my role with him. But my
Right.
my role also wasn't to what you just said, which is to shield from him the pain of the life that is his to live.
Right.
So what was my role usually? My role oftentimes was sitting underneath him on my lap, holding him down while something painful happened to him, being
Wow.
strong and capable enough to be able to prevent him from escaping the situation he had to face, and whispering in his ear the whole time, I love you. We're going to get through this together. I'm here with you. We can do this, right? And
Wow.
that's the image of the Father with Jesus, I think his whole life and on the cross of like, I can't
So
take this
good.
chalice from you. You don't
Yeah.
get to escape this. As much as you,
Yeah.
who is deity in human flesh, you don't get to leave this, and I can't do it for you. And I can't suffer it through, but I can stay with you every minute along the way. I can be in it with you, right? I mean that's attunement, that's proximity,
Totally.
that's
Yeah.
closeness. And I think men, if we're being honest with ourselves, the vast majority of men have experienced the absence of both in equal proportion. And we're kind of answering this is me proposing what's the solution? You need
Right.
attunement and connection
Yeah.
and the experience of connection in the same breath and in the same day and in the same sequence that you experience discomfort and pain that you don't believe you have the capacity to handle. Right? And we as men
So
are
good.
missing both, right? And
That's
we have
so good.
absolutely raised a generation, and we have been raised, I think, to a certain extent,
Mhm.
as a generation of men who have been shielded from discomfort and pain in a relatively comfortable world. Many of us have faced difficult things for sure. But I think again, the pendulum can swing too far. Okay, well, it's
Totally.
all about the embrace of pain. It's all about face the shit.
Totally.
Stop being a wiener about it. Man up. Do hard things,
Yeah.
etc. Right? And there's plenty of people on social
Yeah.
media who are vocalizing and who
Right.
men are listening to of like, hell yeah, I need that. I need to do more. Right? And oftentimes, what is it? And the men we know who follow that belief, we see them pendulum swinging too far to one side. And what do they usually lose in the process? They lose relationships. They
Yeah.
lose the capacity to be connected to others, right? And I'm going to grab the body keeps the score because I just started the chapter on attunement, and there's this incredible quote about resilience that I think is a topic. So you take it for a second. I'm going to
Interesting.
get the book, and I
No,
want to read
that's
that
great.
quote about resilience because I think this hits the nail on the head on the attunement side.
Totally. Yeah, because this is really good. Because resilience and willpower, absent of relationship and somebody else, particularly like a father figure who can be present with us in that, is going to lead to the self-made man and this kind of false self that we construct versus this deep. I mean, it's yeah.